Anybody that says that there is this elite group of people that is trying to take over everything and shift the balance and strip the freedom and sovereignty from everybody is called crazy. But are we really crazy?
Victor Marks here, and what I'm about to share with you is actually one of the most disturbing things. Not only that I'm going to share, it could put me at risk for losing a book deal with Salem Communication. And also, we're going to see very quickly who has the conviction to stand against what Dennis Prager has said and is stuck by. And I'm going to say it right now. Dennis Prager, you are creating pedophiles.
No child is being used. Yeah. It's all animated.
Yeah.
And he.
Would you use the word evil of animated child pornography? Because I certainly would.
No, I would use evil only with behavior. That's where we might differ. Forgetting the sex issue, you can't be evil. You didn't do evil if you thought evil. You did evil
if I'm
if you
masturbating
committed.
to animated pictures of pornography, I'm not doing something evil.
That's correct.
Yeah, I think that's despicable. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Who is being hurt? You have to have a victim.
Oh, I'll tell you, there's at least two people being hurt. There's the person who's poisoning himself by encouraging him to think acting out on children, and there's also the animator.
Okay, wait a minute. We both are aching for him not to have those fantasies. I agree with you, but
you won't call it evil.
I won't call a fantasy evil. There's too much real evil on earth for me to start being preoccupied with people's thinking.
It's not just thinking; it's him masturbating to images of children.
But I'm challenging you, Dennis, to a debate. And if you don't want to do that, then at least listen to the experts in this field. Those of us either in law enforcement or like myself who hunt pedophiles. And we'll tell you the truth that what you said and the liberty and license you're giving even young men and men who are not addicted to child porn, you're giving them the green light to do it. And sir, that is horrific and that is evil. I'm calling you to recant and to repent. And if not, my prayer is that many conservative Christians will hold your feet to a fire that causes you to, quite honestly, move to a position of humility instead of this arrogance and pride by which you made this statement.
The previous clip was a gentleman named Victor Marks. I suggest you go follow him on Instagram, anywhere you can find him. I also suggest you go check out his website and all his work, show him support. What he's getting at is with this argument that this gentleman was making, no one's being hurt, but we all know that what you think of, you become. So if you're watching this type of stuff, it is going to cause you to want to act out in it more. So all they're doing is feeding this sickness and this wickedness and then justifying it and saying it's okay. In this video, this guy, watch this guy. Multiple kids, he's intoxicated. This stuff is just sick and disgusting, and these people need to be stopped. Not only are they coming after your rights and your freedoms to speak out, they're coming after your children to corrupt them in their minds and their spirits. And they're corrupting the legal system and organizations as well.
There's controversy this morning in Illinois after a newly signed law will now let non-U.S. citizens become police officers.
Governor J.B. Pritzker signed that bill that takes effect come January. Critics are calling this un-American, saying that it could lead to foreign nationals arresting Americans, and they have a problem with that. But the governor insists it is safe. Nick Smith is tracking both sides this morning. Nick, what's been the reaction thus far?
Honestly, Markey, mixed. Now, Governor Pritzker is coming under fire for House Bill 3751, which passed both chambers of the General Assembly earlier this year. It explicitly states individuals who are not citizens but are legally authorized to work in the U.S. under federal law will be allowed to apply for jobs with police departments. That's sparking a heated debate and immediate backlash from Republican critics. The idea of Illinois opening up its police force to non-citizens is not sitting well with some Republican critics, like Illinois Congresswoman Mary Miller, who tweeted out in part, "No sane state would allow foreign nationals to arrest their citizens. This is madness."
I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine. You do. I don't make money from Russia. You made $3.5 million, Joe, and your son gave you. They even have a statement that we have to give 10% to the big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know. Maybe you're not, but you're the big man, I think. Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man. Joe, what's that all about? It's tough.
I think the time has come where we have a duty to impeach Joe Biden. He is the most corrupt president ever to live in the White House, and the evidence keeps mounting. The reason we have to impeach him is because we can't let future presidents think that they can get away with all of the corruption and abuses of power that Joe Biden and his family have gotten away with. I mean, you realize that they impeached Donald Trump for being right. Remember the perfect phone call and the Ukraine corruption issues before the 2020 election. They impeached him for that. Then it turns out that Joe Biden was doing all the stuff that they falsely accused Donald Trump of, and Donald Trump was right all along about the Bidens corruptly dealing in adversarial places like Russia and China, and with corrupt businesses in Ukraine. This is the Bidens are the most corrupt family ever to live in the White House, and he should be impeached.
Secretary says she's sure many people have done it already.
Did he see?
All right, here we go.
Fox News alert, the January 6th committee has destroyed their records. Video depositions, data, transcripts, documents, all missing. Democrat Benny Thompson told House Republicans in a letter, quote, "The Select Committee did not archive temporary committee records. The Select Committee was not obligated to archive all video recordings of transcribed interviews or depositions." That's strange. They spent 2 years investigating, and then they just put it in the shredder? Huh.
There's no denying that there's evil and wickedness everywhere. You can see it. Will you wake up and accept the truth that is in front of you, hidden in plain sight? Seek the truth, and then do your part to share it to others.